So, as everybody knows, there's mass rioting going on, and it's over this police violence, in particular on black lives. And the situation in Baltimore is jumping off. The youth has hit the streets in numbers, and it's definitely chaotic. So the theme is that this is violence and it's counterproductive. Well, first we have to ask, what is it counterproductive to? And I would assume that we're supposed to come up with our own scenario about what is counterproductive to, right? Because they're not stating it, and that's, I believe, partially the problem. We don't have a vision. We have a black president, or so-called black president, that has no vision since the beginning. But that's no blemish on him. I'm not attacking his person, because he's being told what to do. He's taking orders. And so, as is most everybody in this country, they go and they work the most of their lives for a boss, and they focus on that job. And then they might have a family or some kind of side life, but isn't their life centered around their work? And guess what? It's probably not what they're actually passionate about. Or maybe their passions change in time, but they spend most of their energy in that labor. So, come back to the situation in Baltimore. The order takers are saying, this is no good, right? This is no good. Well, why is it no good? And who's it no good for? See? The people that are on the radio are being staged. The people that are on the television are being staged. They're being put there. They're hired. They're hirelings. Are they not? And what is the agenda that they have? They have the agenda of whoever it is they're serving, or whatever it is they're serving. Now, the boys on the streets in Baltimore, they have the same agenda. They're going to serve their master. What is their master? See? So we have a cultural thing here that's been created, and it's backfired. Now, the only thing that can happen at this point is for the oppressor to begin to start to meet demands of the oppressed. And that would be for the oppressed peoples to have the authority to form committees that will engage in discourse upon the action of a fellow officer. And they will scrutinize that officer's actions and determine whether that officer should be punished. That's the demand that's being set forth. If it's not met, one can only say what could come forth from this point. But let's be clear. These men and young men and youths are a product of their culture. And they've been put in the middle of this economy, this system of education, and these kinds of things in order to channel their behavior. And yet, that has not been effective, has it? So now we are seeing the outcome of the ineffectiveness of these programs that are put in place. And mankind is really at a breaking point. You know, as I've said in the past, Satan is and will defeat himself in this time. So let us take note and let us learn what it is we have to learn from each and every experience. But I firmly believe that what these men and women and people out in Baltimore in the streets are doing is productive. It's productive because it's forcing the oppressor to turn his head.